At Gamescom, Ubisoft stepped onto the stage to lay out the future of the franchise. The headliner was The Division 2 Survivors, a big new expansion that shows the studio is pushing the game into its next chapter as it approaches its 10th anniversary. It's a promising roadmap full of expansions, new content, and even a look at The Division Resurgence, the upcoming mobile game. But while that's exciting, it's the story behind how we even got here that really captured attention. For a while, The Division 2 was all but abandoned. Content had dried up, staffing had moved on, and it looked like Ubisoft was ready to sunset the game. That's when Palle Hofstein, an art producer at Massive Entertainment, shared the story that almost no one knew. He revealed on social media that a micro-sized team of just 5 people had stepped in to keep The Division 2 alive. In his own words, they weren't supposed to exist. Staffing at big studios like Ubisoft is planned years in advance. Every developer, every artist, every resource is accounted for on spreadsheets long before projects even begin. That meant this tiny group wasn't officially in the plan. They were more of an anomaly, one that popped up out of necessity and sheer determination. Hofstein admitted that when they first started, he didn't want to just tack on another year or 2 of content, only for the game to eventually be shut down again. The goal was always to create something bigger, something lasting, something that would make The Division 2 worth playing for the long haul. And as crazy as it sounds, that small team managed to pull it off. They rebooted content delivery, kept events running, and essentially rebuilt the foundation for what Ubisoft is now promoting as the long-term future of the game. Think about that for a second. 5 developers kept this entire game alive when it was about to flatline, and they did it in a way that even the players didn't fully realize at the time. Hofstein even shared that during the Resident Evil crossover event in 2024, he might have been the very last person actually working on The Division 2. Imagine being the only one left, launching a crossover that pulled in fans of 2 major franchises, and then just weeks later, being asked to run another apparel event, even though he had no artists left on the team. He laughed about it, saying he just said sure and figured he'd find a way to make it work. That kind of scrappy, underdog energy is what gave The Division 2 a second life.